Kia ora. Hello. Ni hao. My name is Sherman Wong. I'm a student of AUT University. I enrolled a paper this semester called Developing Distance and Flexible Learning. This video is a reflection of what I have learned in the past 3 months. It is an assignment, but it is also a snapshot of what I have learned. I hope you find this video interesting and helpful. Enjoy watching. Now let's see what I have learned during this paper. Study Developing Distance and Flexible Learning. Now first, please go to this website. I'll show you how to visit this website. If you type your beijing2008.wix.com/Chinese Culture ABC, you're going to be brought to this page.
Oh, how are you doing today?
And
Welcome.
I have built-in audio instructions here, and the purpose of each activities, all 3 are listed here. I'm just click this. Activity 1, 2, and 3. If you click 1, you're going to see several videos that I captured or I handpicked from YouTube. These are interesting facts about China. You see the Great Wall, even Simpson goes to China. And there are some culture shocks in China, English teacher in China, and the food, most famous food, the delicious food in China. Now, if you click on activity 2 here, it will lead you to how to speak hello in Chinese. This page. This is speaking. This is a video shot that I made to tell you how to say hello in Chinese. Basically, it's 你好. This is a 2+ minutes video. And then after that, you have a challenge to say 你好 to greet any Chinese you meet in the following week's time. Now, the third activity here is the R2D2 model. So I'm designing this using the R2D2 model, which has
welcome to this activity
read, display, do,
learn
and
about
reflect.
Chinese characters.
So this is about learn about Chinese character. I'm going to go through this. You can play with it a little bit. The read side, it will lead you to a online document, which I found very interesting, and it's written by a Western people. And this document is called Learning to See Chinese Characters. It's pretty long and interesting. It has built-in Chinese characters here. And this guy is even drawing some of the interesting Chinese characters here. So if you go back, if you display, and then I have a display model here. This is from the TED Talk. This person talked about Chinese characters structure. And go back to top. Now you have a do session. The do session is a video that I show how to write 2 simple Chinese characters. And after the video, you're requested to do several things. You need to write your own and take a photograph and upload your photos in the discussion forum here. And back to the top. The last activity you need to do here is the reflection. Reflect is you put your learning reflections of these activities here, and you basically write something, and then you submit. Once you click submit, it will send me an email on your reflection. So this is the main activity out of the 3 is designed by the R2D2. Now go back to the home page. This is a snapshot of what the activities look like. Well, I hope you have visited my website and test the 3 activities that I made and find that interesting. Well, I'll come back to the learning reflections. Well, my reflections falls into 2 parts. 1 is knowledge. 2 is skills. Now let's see what knowledge that I have picked up. The first learning point is the R2D2 model. R2D2 stands for reading, reflecting, displaying, and doing. And this model accommodates different type of learners whose focus will be visual or auditorial, read writing, or kinesthetic. This is also known as VARK learning styles. To address different styles of learning, this R2D2 model is very useful. So in my activity design in the assignment 1, I use the R2D2 model for the activity 3. And you can find that in my website that I showed in previously, and see how I address them using the R2D2 model. Well, the second learning knowledge portion is the learning outcome. How to design a learning outcome that fits for the learning needs. Well, basically, the learning outcome, first, you gotta have one, and second, it's focused on the students. So you gotta have the learning outcome worded like at the end of this activity, my students or the participants will be able to do something, and it's about them. It's not about the teacher or anything. Well, the third knowledge learning pickup is what the student does. It's not about the teacher, it's about the students. Well, in a book that in the suggested rating, which is called Teaching for Quality Learning at University, I learned that there are 3 levels of teachers. The first level, focus on who the student is, whether good students or bad students, so label the students. Well, the second level of the teachers, they focus on what the teachers does. So what are the things that the teacher would tell the students, or what are the whiteboard writing, all that kind of stuff. And the third level, which is the highest level, focus on what the student does. And this is the part where the students can pick up the learning. I also like a quote from this book. It reads like this: if students are to learn desired outcomes in a reasonable, effective manner, then the teacher's fundamental task is to get the students to engage in learning activities that are likely to result in their achieving those outcomes. It is helpful to remember that what the students does is actually more important in determining what is learned than what the teacher does. This is quoted from Thomas J. Sowell, 1986. I like that quote very much. And the last piece of knowledge that I picked up is what the best online teachers do. Well, this is a set of best practice that I learned through reading a journal article. And this is after a target group research on the best result online teachers. They do 4 things, and these 4 things I think is very helpful for any teachers to design online activities. They do 3 things actually. The one thing is they build rapport with the students. Second, they engage the students into the learning activities. And thirdly, they challenge the students' intellectual development by asking questions, ask them to do things, and to think about the things. And these are the best practices that will have the students to learn quite well. Well, that's the first part of my learning about knowledge. Now let's see how is the second part, which is about the skills. Well, I consider myself picked up the 3 important skills that I can actually use in the future activities. One is patchwork text. This is a patchwork of the test learning to keep recording along the way and then put it all together for the reflective learning at the end. And it's very helpful. The second is a study group. Well, it sounds pretty simple, but from this group I have group learning, and I think it's very helpful. I have 2 peer groups, and we study together, providing feedbacks and provoke thinking about some ideas. And I think this is a very good way of studying. And third is about technologies. Throughout the designing of all the activities, I have picked up a lot technologies. Now the first learning outcome is the Google Plus. Now this is the Plus session, and we have all kinds of Google communities, and I have several set up here. And this is the Google Plus community that we set up for our own. And this is what Linda, the program leader, set for everyone on this program. And you can see it has all the activities listed for every participants. Group 1, 2, 3, 7. This is 7. This is our group. And for my learning group, we have this community set up called AOT Mobile Learning and Teaching, SMS. And SMS represent 3 first names of our group member: Shannon, Miu, and Sherman. This is myself. Now see, for this community we have all the activities for everybody, and the patch text work, patchwork text. See, in my folder I have some of the learning points recorded along the way of study. And this is the Google Plus. Now the Wix.com, I said just now that it's a free tool that can host some of the website. It's easy to define, it's easy to design actually, and it's free as long as you can stand for some of the advertisements bars shown on the web. Now I also have some other learning points like noisetrade.com. Noisetrade is a free music download website. It's free, it's legal. It has all kinds of music. If you go here, you can choose the music type, and free albums you see there, from free albums of thousands of artists who would love to meet you. And these are all the albums. I download some music to be as my background of the online video or the website. Also have this Khan Academy. Khan Academy is one thing that I did not use, but it's pretty cool to give a test. This is an online learning community. You can set up as yourself as a teacher and have your class set up. But one thing that I found is not so convenient is I need to have my class students to register as a user of Khan Academy. So for the sake of this assignment or this paper, I did not use the Khan Academy. And also the screen recorder tools. Now you see, this is NCH, this software. It has the video making and also have this screen capturing software. I am using it right now. You see, you just download it. It's for non-commercial home use and it's free. It can record everything that shows on the screen. At the same time, when you play on the screen, it records down what you said simultaneously. So that is a pretty cool use. So many technologies, and I picked up from the learning, and I think they are very cool. Welcome back. Now, I hope you enjoyed watching the video. It is a snapshot, a record of my learning journey of this paper, and I hope you enjoy and find this useful. Thanks for watching.